There's an idea. And also, just I was wondering as well, because I know over the years you did Beats International and Pizza Man as well, which I still play actually on Saturday nights because I do a classic show and we play Tripping on Sunshine and Happiness and everything. But what do you make of the new Professor Green take on Don't Be Good to Me?
I personally, I'm quite touched by it.
Yeah.
And it's nice that he's kind of done it in our sort of style. Because it kind of, you can tell that, rather than doing the SOS fan version,
yeah,
he's kind of taking it from ours.
And then having Lily Allen on it as well, which is great.
I'm flattered. Lindy phoned me up absolutely apoplectic about it, and she was like, "They can't do this," and I'm like, "Well, of course they can't."
Did they not ask permission now before that?
Well,
I thought you'd have to.
we kind of adapted it from the original anyway. But I was flattered, but it made Lindy feel a bit old. She was like, "Oh, you can't do that." And I was like, "But it was 10 years ago."
In fairness, none of us are getting any younger.
20 years ago. No, I'm very flattered. I'm very flattered.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What's coming up, or what plans have you got?
At the moment, I'm just knee deep in festivals and the live shows.
You got to take a bit of a break after that, and
sort of finish off in Ibiza with the closing parties, and then I'll have a little rest.
That's a great one to look forward to, though, isn't it?
Is that your home away from home, realistically? Because I think the last time we met, you were just back from Ibiza.
Yeah, well, it feels very close to me because that's where I met Zoe, my wife.
Yeah.
And we do go back every year, and it's great for me because normally when you're playing shows like this, you have to kind of travel and sit in a hotel room. But Ibiza's great because I can take the whole family out there, and we stay there for 2 weeks, and then Daddy just goes off every 4 days and comes back 24 hours later looking slightly green.
Happy days, that's the way to do it. I know your new song that you've done, which is great. It's great news to know that you do have a new single out with Hervé.
Yes.
Machines Can Do the Work. How did that come about? Or
we just had a lot of mutual friends and who knew that we both dug what the other person did. And we'd kind of sort of flitted about, and everyone just said, "Oh, why don't you two stop flirting, just shag?" You know what I mean? Get in the studio and do something. And so we did, and then we didn't really. We were thinking this is like sort of because we both kind of do a bit pop crossover.
Yeah.
And we were thinking this is like David Bowie and Queen doing Under Pressure, and all of a sudden we just went Under Pressure, and then we just thought, oh, let's just do an honest to goodness acid house record.
Yeah.
That isn't a big pop hit.
It works though, it's great, and it just has that individual sound to it when you hear it, because a lot of stuff at the moment is a bit samey, so it's nice to hear something new and refreshing.
Which is weird because it all came from me being of a generation where I grew up with the 303, which is the machine that makes the acid noise.
Yeah.
And Josh Hervé, bless him, has never actually seen a real one. He's only done like simulations on computers. So I brought one into the studio, and he was like, "Can I touch it? Can I play with it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is what it does."
Knock yourself out.
Can I turn it?
Well, since we're talking about it, we have to play it. We've got Machines Can Do the Work here. Jenny officially paid for it on iTunes, so it is available, folks, if you want to get your hands on it, which you will after you hear it.
Pay for it like I did.
But before you take off, Norman, will you tell me a track from Here Life's Love that you could? I know that David would disapprove, but
if you were to play just
if
one,
I was to play just one, well,
out of sequence.
When we were doing it, another thing about it, like I was saying, when we were working and writing the songs, obviously David was singing them all. So they really sounded like the Talking Heads, which made me like them. And a lot of them, when you then get somebody else to sing it, it's like, I much preferred it with DV singing it.
Oh, no.
And my favourite of him singing was Perfect Hand, which if you listen to it now, it's Steve Earle singing it. But if you listen to it and imagine that it's Talking Heads doing it.
Okay, mental. Great. Okay, well, we'll play that after we play your brand new single. Norman Cook, Fatboy Slim, have a fantastic headline show tonight.
Thank you. I'll do my best, rain permitting.
And I just have to ask one more question, because you did the silent disco before, didn't you? You've done it many times. Any advice for us? We're going to be trying to just fill a toe of your
Right, here's the advice. You have to have
flip-flops.
3 sets of headphones.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, and it takes a little... Yeah, I know you've only got 2 ears.
Do you have a monitor?
No, because it's silent.
See, that's what I thought, but someone told me earlier.
You have to have one headphone queuing up the next record you're mixing.
Yes.
You have to have one headphone to queue up to monitor what they're hearing.
Yeah.
But there's 2 DJs. You then
We're
need
versus.
the third headphone to check out the competition. Because you look up and you think everyone's dancing, but are they dancing to the tune I'm playing? So then you get the other headphone and go, oh no, they're playing Nirvana, right? So yeah, the competitive spirit will.
It's Jenny versus Jenny.
Okay, so
Jenny
it's dance classics versus indie classics.
Well, may the best Jenny win.
I have a feeling it might be Green Machine.
I might play some Fatboy Slim.
Yeah, well, see, I can.
I must say, I was
walking.
Skank.
That's kind of a crossover indie anthem.
That would probably do it. I would have thought, yeah.
yeah.
I
A
must.
wonderful
I was
night, yeah.
walking back from the Stone Circle at Glastonbury with Zoe at about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we just heard like tons of people singing Wonderwall, like on their own, and we're like, "What's that?" And we walked past and it's silent disco because all you
Thank
can hear is
you.
people singing along.
There's.
There we go.
Look,
There
are
you
you
are.
making a note of that?
She is actually writing this
Cheating.
down.
That's cheating. I'm going to play right here, right now.
Yeah, well, that would trump Wonderwall, in fairness. Okay, well, it's always a pleasure, and I'm so delighted to see you so happy. The new dad, and clean and fresh.
Yeah, well, nice to be back.
It's great to have you. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. The brand new single, Machines Can Do the Work, out now.
Machines should work.